So I know this is going to be quite delayed. I'm very much aware this is well over a week old. So this isn't news or breaking news. So, but what a strange season it was. And for the Oilers, you have to be thinking. Back in March, it was guaranteed a playoff spot. There was like almost 100% chance you were playing Calgary in the first round, and then that would have been such an epic first round series, the first time since I believe 91, 92. Feel free to comment if I'm correct or incorrect about that one. But just how heartbreaking is it that you were guaranteed to be in there, and then COVID hits, and then there's this long 4-month layoff, and then they get back to an quick exhibition game, look dominant against the Calgary Flames, and then they just could not get their gears going at all. And how heartbreaking is it that you have the talent offensively there, but the defense and the goaltending is so questionable. If you're a Ken Holland, what do you do? Like, honest to goodness, what do you do? Because you have McDavid, you have Draisaitl, who are your probably like 1-2 best players in the league. They've led the league in points, and they can't even get into the playoffs. How crazy is that? And what I find mind-blowing is that after I uploaded the video about my predictions of how I thought the Oilers and the Blackhawks round-robin series was going to go, I believe I said 4 or 5 games, and I obviously picked the Oilers. And as every game was going by, it just reminded me that experience, that plays a major factor into anything. Just because you weren't having that hot of a season, just because you weren't guaranteed to make a playoff spot, doesn't mean the experience and the depth you have of your core group won't kick it into second gear and then just boom. Because Chicago's been there. They've won 3 Stanley Cups with Kane, Crawford, Taves, and Seabrook, who unfortunately was injured and did not play in any of those games. But just the experience of Keith. Sorry, I forgot Duncan Keith. But just the experience of those core guys, and like the teachings that they would teach all these rookies and second year and third year players that are on their team and on their roster, just goes to show that they can go a very long way. Now that I say that, Chicago unfortunately is down 0-2 to Vegas, but don't count them out. Don't count them out. And obviously the Oilers took them for granted because they thought, oh, we have all this star power and we can shoot pucks and score. But we also give up a lot of goals as well. So what do you do for the next season? And it's not like a regular off season where you would have basically the end of April till August to get your spit together and figure out who's going to be on your team, what lines and all that other stuff, and get ready for training camp. The season might not end, or the playoff year might not end until October of this year. And then the season's supposed to restart again in December, so you're only going to have like a month and a half off, if that, and then you're right back on the ice. That's a lot of business to do in like a 90-day, 60-day period. Less than that. From the moment that the cup is awarded this year till the puck drop the next NHL season. So, do you bring Mike Smith back? Do you think he's reliable enough? Do you really have this much faith in Koskinen, or do you try and go after another free agent goalie? And who are free agent goalies that are out there right now? I personally don't know off the top of my head. If you do, feel free to comment below. But how do you fix a sinking ship? Sure, you can score 4 or 5 goals a night, but you can also give up 5 or 6 goals a night, and then that puts you in a really, really tough situation. When if you're battling hard every single night and trying to get back to tying the game on a constant basis, day in and day out, it's got to be tiresome and just gruesome. Unfortunately, but it's a learning experience, and then maybe they'll grow from this and then have a better season next year, which everyone thought would back in 2018 because the Oilers finally made the playoffs in 2017, won the first round, and obviously got bounced out in the second round against Anaheim. And everyone thought, well, in 2017, 2018, I think they were the favorites to win the Stanley Cup, having the talent they did, and then just, boom, went backwards. It's like taking 1 step forward in 2017 and boom, 2 steps backwards in 2018, 2019. Then you finally get it back to 2020, only to just realize that you can't take any teams for granted, especially now in these old bubble games, with these bubble city games. So Well, until next time, I don't know what else to say. But hopefully the Oilers can figure it out in the off season, and we'll go from there. See you later.